Hey, so today we're going to talk a little bit more about the circle of fifths and the natural minor scales. We're going to talk a little bit about the formula and how you figure out what the major equivalent to these scales are, just so you can get a better understanding of this. So we'll talk about the makeup of what a natural minor scale is, all that stuff again. So let's just turn to the keyboard and go from there. So yesterday we ended by talking about C sharp natural minor, right? So today we're going to talk about what's following after that. So if we're on C sharp natural minor, we're going to go up a perfect fifth, right, to G sharp natural minor. And we're going to talk about this scale. We're going to hop down here to this lower G sharp. And the way that we find the major equivalent, the major scale equivalent, or the major key equivalent, is by going up a half step and then a whole step, right? So a half step and a whole step up from G sharp is B. So the major equivalent to G sharp natural minor is B major. Now B major has 5 sharps in it. We've got F, C, G, D, and A. Those are the 5 sharps we're going to have in here. Now, so when we go through B major, that's what we'll have. When we go through G minor, G sharp natural minor, that's what we're going to have as well. So the formula and makeup of this natural minor scale is we have a whole step so we have a root note, then we have a whole step, then we have a half step, then we have a whole step, a whole step, a half step, and a whole step, and another whole step, right? So just to show that we're hitting all of our sharps here, I'll go through it and just say all the notes, right? So we start on G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, and then G sharp again, right? And we followed that formula, we got the right amount of sharps in it, all 5 of those, F, C, G, D, and A, right? So now, from here, we're just going to go through the circle of fifths. That's what we're here for, right? So we go up to a perfect fifth to, what note is this? D sharp, right? So it's a D sharp minor is what we're going to be talking about. Now, D sharp minor, we're going to hop down here again to this lower D sharp. D sharp minor has just one more sharp than G sharp minor. It has 6 sharps. So we have sharps F, C, G, D, A, and then also B, right? So we're just going to talk a little bit about that here. Now, what is the major equivalent to D sharp minor? Well, we go up a half step and then a whole step. The major equivalent to D sharp minor is F sharp major, right? Or G flat major, but we're going to say it's F sharp. So we start here on D sharp, and we need to make sure to have F, C, G, D, A, and B in this. So we go up a whole step from this root note. So we have our key note, we have our whole step, we have a half step, then we have 2 whole steps, and then another half step, and then 2 more whole steps, right? So that's the formula for the D sharp major or D sharp minor natural minor scale. Now I'm going to name the notes off for you just so you know that know what's in them. So we've got we have D sharp, then we go up a whole step, right? So we have F, C, G, D, A, and E. So D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp. Okay? So that just breaks down that scale. And we already showed the whole steps and the half steps. So now we're just going to go up to the next sharp, and then we'll probably end the video after this one, just so that we're making sure we're explaining everything well, okay? So we go up a perfect fifth from D sharp to get to A sharp, right? Now A sharp has one more sharp than D sharp minor. A sharp natural minor has 7 sharps, so it has all of them. It has F, C, G, D, A, E. Computer's about to turn off. A, so F, C, G, D, A, E, and B, right? So those are the sharps that B sharp natural minor has in them. Now the equivalent to, we're going to hop down here again, the equivalent to B sharp natural minor, the major equivalent is what? We go up a half step and then a whole step, is C sharp minor. So do you see the relationship here? It's C sharp minor. And again, I'll put this on the notes of the blog so that you don't get confused or lost, okay? So this is really actually a really easy one because all you have to say are sharps when you go up this. So we've got we start on our root note here, which is A sharp minor, and then you know, I may have made a mistake there, I don't know, but I'm not going to redo the video. We're on A sharp minor, so we go A sharp, up a whole step to B sharp, up a half step to C sharp, up a whole step to D sharp, up another, let me make sure I got this right. So we're on A sharp, we go C sharp, or B, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, right? So that's what it is. So we're on a root note here, A sharp, we go up a whole step, then a half step, then a whole step, then another whole step, then a half step, then two more whole steps, right? So that has a little bit of clarification for me. I was confusing myself. So again, the major equivalent to A sharp minor is C sharp major, and that has all the 7 sharps in it. So we've got A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, so A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, or E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. You know, we're going to need to take a break because I'm confused myself here. So again, that's basically how you figure out the natural minor scales and their major equivalents. I'll post this, and then tomorrow we'll start hopping into a little bit more of the flats and their natural minors equivalents. So if you have any questions, you want me to redo anything, explain anything a little bit more clearly, just let me know, okay? And we'll do it. So take care, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.